An update on my keto diet and the situation here, as well as what's going on with my soap making business, all that and more on the next episode of the Coffee Sessions podcast. So stay tuned. Do not go anywhere, folks. Hello. Welcome to another episode of the Coffee Sessions podcast. I am, of course, your humble host, Stephen A. Davidson, and today we're going to talk about how I've been doing on the keto diet, what all's been going on, as well as my soap making business. I'm going to get into that as well. This is going to be posted on both channels. It is currently 4:23 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here in Southwest Virginia. Blistering 84 degrees Fahrenheit or 29 degrees Celsius, depending on what part of the planet you're on. And we got about 49% humidity with a 5 mile per hour wind, give or take. And right now it feels like it's 91. This morning when I walked out, it was pretty nasty outside pollen-wise. My allergies kicked into overdrive and then some. Okay, let's go ahead and get with an update here. As many as you know, I don't have to go back and check the date on the previous video. I received a letter stating that my A1C levels were 6.5 when they should be between 4.8 and 5.3, something like that. My A1C was too high, and they classified me as a diabetic. So that day, I started the keto diet, and I've kept with most of it for the most part. But when they weighed me that day to do blood work, I weighed 316 pounds. You fast forward to my last appointment at the vein company, which is doing a good job. I got an update on that too. My last appointment was Friday, June 27th at 11:30 a.m. Here's the appointment card right here. Pause to read. It was at June 27th at 11:30 a.m. down in Abingdon, Virginia. And they hooked me up with some astronaut boots and whatnot, if you will. They're compression massage therapy. And I've been doing that for a solid month, almost 2 now. And next, let's see here. They called yesterday to move my appointment up, which was it was at 11 a.m. They moved it earlier to 10:45 a.m. And that's next week on Friday, July 25th. So that's coming up. But my last report was really good. I'm happy to report that the keto diet and its principles, I have went from 316 pounds down to 283 pounds since I started the diet and since my last episode. That's really good. The blood pressure was near perfect. They told me, please keep doing what you're doing. The weight loss has been epic, and I feel better. I can get around better. I can slide in and out of restaurant booths and whatnot. And I've not stuck to the diet real religiously, but I have stuck to the principles of it, such as 1 meal a day, fasting, and during the day I drink a lot of fluids, some coffee, but not a lot. I need to cut back on it a little bit. And I've also been enjoying the Celsius energy drinks a little bit. They help and boost my metabolism. I don't crash afterwards, and there's low to no carbs in them, but yes. But for the most part, I have stuck to the keto diet until around about my birthday. I got to eat few potatoes, and on occasion, once in a while, I get to have some fries, crinkle cut fries, if you will. And I did enjoy a huge German chocolate cake for my birthday. My mother and I did, which was July the 2nd, and I turned 48, so that makes me a 77 model. But nonetheless, that's the update. And for some reason, I've also been getting a lot of these magic so-called drinks and AI videos, poorly constructed AI videos, and quite frankly put, it's BS. I find them very entertaining, but these so-called weight loss videos speak of a thing called a natural version of Mounjaro and Ozempic or some BS or something like that. It is BS, folks. There is no natural version. Those are full-blown chemicals designed for weight loss, and the moment you stop taking them, however many months or years down the road, if it don't cause you health issues, yeah, you'll blow up like a balloon. It's not just that, it's more to it than that. It's not how much, it's not how as much as how much you eat, or how, it's how often you eat, what you eat, and how much you eat. That's part of the equation. There's also the fact that you drink a lot of fluids and whatnot while you're fasting, and I do the fasting at night while I sleep because time is constant. The best time you can get a good fast in is at night while you're sleeping. Uh, as far as the coffee trick and the so-called AI Julian Michaels video, that don't pay attention to those. Those are BS, and TikTok is loaded with them. I did go back onto TikTok for my soap making business, but yeah, the name of my soap company is called Ice Mountain SoapWorks, and I will be making bath soap, shampoo bars, and shave soaps, specifically bath bars. And those right there is what I'll be doing. And I've got several molds here. In fact, let me go ahead and stop the video here, and I'm going to drop it in right now. Okay, I'm back. I've already had to change suppliers. If you're getting into the soap making business and you see Wholesale Supplies Plus, don't use them. They're slow to ship, and FedEx nearly cost me $150 this go around. Thankfully, Wholesale Supplies Plus said they'd do it one time as a common courtesy to refund my order, which they did since I've placed several orders there. But after checking out this new supplier, Soaper's Choice, I'll put the link to them below, and you can make your own soaps and whatnot and get all the supplies you need there. In fact, I just got word today that my order that I placed yesterday is already shipped. In fact, it shipped about, I'd say about 2 hours ago, give or take, via UPS, the little brown truck. I've been listed as Amazon Handmade, and I've also got an Etsy shop too, but right now I don't have anything on the Etsy shop. I've already established an EIN number through the IRS, which is Employer Identification Number for tax purposes, and to protect myself and my own private finances and whatnot and rights, I've also set up an LLC for my soap company. It's Ice Mountain SoapWorks LLC, which is short for Limited Liability Company. I went through ZenBusiness.com. They made the whole process stupid easy. And to get the EIN number and the LLC filing for my state was $200 for the state of Virginia. And it pops up very easily. In fact, I've since gotten invites from banks and whatnot to open up business checking accounts and whatnot. So I've also done that, and I've got maybe one or two. I've got maybe one or two business checking accounts right now at the moment, and I'm going to take a little break before I open a couple more and whatnot. But nonetheless, we'll go from there. And I do plan on listing my first product on Amazon Handmade here pretty soon when it's ready. The shave soaps will probably go on there as well, and my bath soap too. And I'm going to have Bastille bars, which is two oils instead of one, and I've got Castile bars, two recipes for it. But nonetheless, I digress. Those are going to be on Amazon Handmade, and the orders are going to be fulfilled by Amazon themselves. Now, the reason I chose that business wise is to give you guys who have Prime and all these other subscriptions a chance at free shipping, because that's what's causing issues right now, both internationally and domestically. In fact, 9 times out of 10, if I didn't do Amazon, fulfilled by Amazon and Amazon Handmade, if I didn't do that, the shipping would cost more than my product. Thanks to some basic math, and checking things out and what all it cost me to do, and to do all the cost and everything. Yours truly was able to pass that savings on to you. Um, I cannot complain about other people's pricing, because they have to make a profit to stay in business, and some of the ingredients that they use now is pretty expensive. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break, and when I come back, we'll get into the more details. So stay tuned. Do not go anywhere, folks. Okay, I am back, ladies and gentlemen, and let's get into the details of the soap. As many of you know, if you're on my Coffee Sessions podcast channel, and not on my other YouTube channel, my shave channel, just me, Stephen Davidson, spelled with a PH, you know that I do classic shaving. I need one bad too, as well as head shaving. I shave my head now, and I like to use traditional, old school shave brushes and shave soaps. And unfortunately, I had a lady of a company. I ain't gonna mention the company's name. I don't want her to have issues or whatnot. And her products are good. Don't get me wrong. I just can't use them anymore due to allergic reaction. And for some reason, she ghosted me. But it is what it is. But nonetheless, I don't wish any will for her or anything like that. So I decided to go ahead and start making my own, so I don't have any more allergic reactions, because I got really sensitive skin, and my beard will remind you of an old cast iron skillet that's rusted out. Well, actually, I can't call it rust no more, because more white and gray now. But nonetheless, I'm going to do shave soap in a loaf mold of some kind. Now, I'm going to let you people choose which mold do you want. You want this one? The loaf mold? I've got a bunch of these. And I've got one round mold, if you will. One of these. And I've got a cutter, a miter box cutter here, that'll give you about 3.5 ounce bar of shave soap. As you can see. Now, I decided to be different, and the first batch I made ever was a success. A friend of mine enjoyed it, and so did another guy that both my testers, both Sly and Lee Chavez over at Nomio's Journey, enjoyed it. And the report I got was that it was drying, so I've reformulated a little bit. But what I did do was crinkle cut it. Now, the reason I'm going to do that is to make it easy for you to load up your brush and get a good lather out of it. Now, the price will be for the shave soap $10 a bar. For a 3.5 ounce bar, that's pretty good. Now, the reason it's that high is because the dual lye I need to make it, as well as other ingredients. You can't get away with the two ingredients without it being too dry. So I've got to add a few. And one of the few ingredients I had to add was olive oil. It's up there. I mean, it's real expensive these days. It's starting to come down now because they had a crop failure overseas and whatnot where it was imported. And yeah, and with the demand of olive oil up through the roof and not enough supply, I don't have to tell you what happens to the price of it. But yes, that right there is one of them. The bath bars that I'll be doing, both the steel and the Castile bath bars, are going to be $5 a bar. That's $2 cheaper than Dr. Squatch in Walmart. Right now, Walmart's got it for $6.98. You might as well say $7 a bar, and that's the only real soap you're going to find in Walmart that don't have any chemicals or anything in it. That's the only real soap they got left. The rest of them's got detergent. In fact, they're not even real soap, they're detergent bars. That's one of the reasons why I decided to make my own soaps. And I've got a coconut Castile soap, which is 100% soap, 100% saponified coconut oil, super fatted, which is leftover oils that didn't turn into soap, 25%, so it don't dry the skin out. I got that one. I've got a Bastille bar, which is coconut oil and olive oil combined, which makes a fantastic bar, similar to Dr. Bronner's, but only it's going to be a dual lye and a rock hard bar. I don't need to do the dual lye with the coconut oil. In fact, there's almost no curing time with it. And I've also got plans to do an olive oil Castile soap. And in fact, while I'm thinking about it, let me stop the video and I'm going to show you a picture of my dehydrator I picked up recently. Check this out. Okay, I'm back. That food dehydrator is to help cure the soap and get all the stuff out of it. The food dehydrators in the past used to be expensive. These days, not as much anymore. And I might be getting me another one that could hold more to it, because this one was pretty small, a lot smaller than I expected, than what they claimed. And it is what it is, but here in a couple of weeks, I'll be able to buy it, hopefully, and have it set up to where I could cure the soap quicker so you guys can have access to it. And the dual lye soap is going to be rock hard. You'll be able to bust a window with it, specifically the coconut oil version, in 2 days. I think the last batch of coconut oil, 100% coconut oil soap I made, was ready to use. We're still using it to this day and whatnot. And it was ready to use in 2 days, actually. If I don't cut it within 24 hours, I won't be able to. So if anybody tells you, oh, it takes forever, no. Nothing could be further from the truth. Especially if you've got a dual lye in there. A dual lye soap really, really rock hard, produces a rock hard bar and has a more stable lather to it as well. So there's that factor in my soap making as well. But I'm not out to make a small fortune or anything like that. This is more like a hobby turned into a business kind of deal. And I wanted to share it, and I still need to recoup, if you will. But that's why I'm not charging a whole lot. If you go onto a lot of websites and whatnot, like Phoenix Artists and Accoutrements, Soap Commander, and various others, you'll see that my bars are competitively, my shave soap's competitively priced, and I'm not copying anybody either. I'm trying to be different and give something that some people will have time to enjoy. Now, if you want travel shave soap, I need to know in advance, and I'll go ahead and see what I can find in terms of a mold and miter box and cutters and whatnot, and go from there and cut you a smaller bar that weighs less than 3 ounces for travel. But yes, uh, that's basically what I've been doing. Sorry for the delay, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for that, but I've been so busy with this soap making business that I neglected the podcast and all the listeners, and my apologies for that. And we'll go from here on out, and see what happens. So, thank you for watching on YouTube and or listening through the RSS feeds and whatnot. And we'll see you again soon. Take care of yourselves, each other. God bless, and have a good day.